Nonetheless, I would have my first opportunity to meet the great man known as Washington that very next day. You see, the people of Philadelphia were holding a ball for General Washington to honor him for defending the city of brotherly love. When he did walk into the room, I knew who he was before he spoke. By the way in which he carried himself, he was an aristocrat without the name. He was a nobleman without the title. He did come forth and hold out his hand and say to me, "I thank you, Monsieur le Marquis, for coming to support this cause. Think of this new place as your new home. Think of the officers around you as your new family. And think of me as your new friend." Well, with this, I of course did embrace him and say to him, "From now on, mon général, j'ai deux patries, la France et les États-Unis d'Amérique. From now on, I shall have two countries, France and the United States of America." But my friends, there was a war to be fought, and I would have my first taste of it at a place known as Brandywine. Though I had no soldiers under my direct command, General Washington did send me forward into the fray to try and rally the American soldiers who began to waver and lose heart in their cause. I did my best to encourage them, but soon a musket ball would find my leg. I was thrown from my horse, and when I did awake, I had found myself in Bethlehem. Indeed, not the Holy Land, my friends, but in Pennsylvania. I had been nursed back to health by the lovely Moravian girls, I dare say. Were it not for them, I would have lost my leg. Well, 6 weeks would pass, and General Washington would send me a dispatch saying, "Monsieur le Marquis, I am so pleased to hear that you are recovering so well. But you have been away from the field for 6 long weeks. What has kept you?" I said, "Mon Général, you obviously have never met the lovely Moravian girls." Well, soon we found the Continental Army had gone into winter quarters at Valley Forge. Indeed, bloody footsteps in the snow, as it was coined. A very difficult time for this young nation. For who made up this great Continental Army but farmers and tradesmen and shopkeepers? Not necessarily soldiers just yet. It would be during this time that a German, a Prussian in fact, named Baron von Steuben, would come to our cause and begin training these men as soldiers to fight. We did much training that winter, and soon, with the new campaign of 17 and 78, we found ourselves fighting in many more pitched battles. But we were most fortunate, for in 17 and 78, a great treaty of alliance was signed between the people of America and the people of France. Now, no longer was this an internal struggle between England and her colonies, but rather it had become a world war, with battles being fought in the subcontinent of India, in Africa, in Europe itself, in the West Indies, and of course right here in North America. Now England has perhaps the best navy in the world and one of the best armies, but one thing she does not possess is great numbers of soldiers. So what was she to do to change her strategy to fight this war? Well, her plan was to take a small but highly professional army and send it to the southern regions of North America. There she might solicit help from the loyalist soldiers. And at first this campaign was in fact a great success. Charleston had fallen, the battles of Savannah, and much territory fell to the English. Soon General Washington would send me back to France, there to speak with my king and the people of France, to bring more help to fight in this cause of American freedom.